equality is just another euphemism for mediocrity, where participation is more highly valued than achievement, where just enough to get by is the new standard of excellence. There is a small minority of people who fight back against such apathy, who struggle daily to reach new heights. These brave few are the hope for the future, the bright shining light for the next generation. They are the ones who will lead us to the places we have never dreamed of, to the undiscovered country, to reach goals only a few can even begin to imagine. Unfortunately, none of those people could be here tonight, so kick back and relax. Prepare yourself for several hours of fun, friendship, fascinating conversation, and fabulous music. All those F's, that's an alliteration and kind of a radio trick. Speaking of radio, you're listening to the most popular radio station in the history of broadcast radio, at least among stations that originate from Chris's living room. It's Curious Times. Your host is Curious Listener. Here she is, Chris.
All righty then. Hello, everybody. Welcome to Curious Times. It's Saturday, November the 3rd. November the 3rd. And it's snow-covered land here in the thriving metropolis of Edmonton, Alberta, Canada. And probably that's it for us, you know what I mean? That's probably going to be... I haven't looked at the forecast, though, so I suppose it's possible that we still have a melt and a little bit of time before our tires freeze to the pavement. And but anyway, we'll see. We'll take it as it comes and see what happens. We got just a few more days of listening to the crazed propaganda and fear-mongering crap coming out of the U.S. Midterms coming up here. I guess Tuesday. Go vote, you people. Go vote. However, if you're going to vote for a Republican candidate, please stay home. Please stay home. And don't tell me that you were planning on voting for a Republican candidate. And even if you are Republican, let's put some reins on Mr. Trump. Mr. Trump. Let's put some guardrails up there for him and teach him how to color within the lines and everything like that. You know what I mean? So anyway, okay. So hopefully we have a better world to look forward to on Wednesday, and we will see what happens with that. Kimber's here tonight. Yay! And what else have we got coming up here? We had that week of almost nothingness due to it being the end of the month and having 5 of just about every one of those days. So that was a booking issue. Hillary is here Sunday. That's tomorrow for anybody that's taking notes. And Monday is Diana Monroe. Tuesday, Lisa Nolan Shalaki. Wednesday, Barbara DeLong. And Thursday off and Friday, Selva. So that's good. It looks like a pretty full week as long as everybody's able to stay healthy and awake. In my case, you know what I mean. And so there you go. We got some good stuff coming up in the next little week for you. Hope everybody had a good Halloween. And I know Kimber's been busy, I guess, packing and all that kind of good stuff. So Kimber is, for anybody that's been living under a rock, she is a clairvoyant. She's a psychic medium and healer and empath. We like to call her our bone reader, you know what I mean, the Curious Times bone reader. And she will cast bones much in the way that people cast runes. And she mixes in some stones here a stone, there a stone, everywhere a stone. And she does readings using that method. All of these abilities that she has were already pre-existing. She had a pre-existing condition, ladies and gentlemen. However, that was enhanced following a near-death experience 50 years ago or something, I think. 50 years ago. She's laughing now because she's like, wait a second, wait a cotton picking second. 50 years ago? No, I'm not 50. And so anyway, So Kimber, you can find at Facebook now and then at facebook.com/Kimber Lee, Psychic Medium 1, and that's the number 1, not the word 1. And here is Kimber! You're unmuted, and you have been all along. How are you, Kimber?
Hi. Good. Oh, how are you?
Good. Did you do anything for Halloween, or were you just working?
Pretty much working quite a bit. I did take a little bit of time at the end of the night to have a few drinks, so I'm
I'm shocked.
I know. Yep.
Totally shocked.
Yeah.
Good. So Kimber's moving, packing and moving for the next 2 months. She's going to be... I hate that, you know what I mean? It's like now you pack stuff away, you go, and the minute that it's at the bottom of a pile, you're like, oh, I need that thing. And I packed it. And it's way at the bottom of that stack of boxes, you know? You're like, hate that.
No, don't. And you find out just how much stuff you have and gotta donate and give away and get rid of and just go through.
Yeah. A lot. Time consuming. Unless you win, if you win several $billion in the lottery, you could just like open the front door and put out a notice and says, "Come and get it. Whatever you can get out of here is yours."
I know.
That would be awesome, right? See, I would be evil though, and I would say, if you're going to take that, then you have to take this pile of junk and go do something. Right? And even if you haul it to the junkyard, you have to get it out of here. That would be a good trade-off, eh?
Yeah, there you go.
You want the TV? You want the TV and the gaming systems? Okay, you have to take all that junk there and do whatever you want with it. Keep it, throw it away, sell it, I don't care, but it has to go too. That would be perfect.
Yeah, make them earn it, right?
See, so that's what you should do. I'd like you to implement that and let me know how it goes.
Yeah, I would do that. And stuff I donate, tell them I'll donate as well to, that pay it forward. So, you end up with so many things and going through a lot, and it takes a lot of time, and there's a lot of stuff that multiplied.
I know, right? It's having little junk babies. Little bit junk is making little junk babies. I'm sure I did not have this much junk last time. They're reproducing. The junk babies are reproducing.
Yeah. Yeah, it does.
Spay or neuter your junk. You heard it here on Curious Times.
There you go.
Your junk.
Yeah, I love that.
So there's no unfortunate. That would be a good declutterer. Like if somebody that did that organizing or decluttering business, that might be a good little slogan for them.
That's perfect. I like that. That is so good.
Come and spay and neuter your junk. I will come and spay and neuter your junk. So it does not multiply. So so I noticed that we have Jay on the phone, and last time he called near the end, I think, and I kind of like, hey, you got to go now, buddy. Get out of here. So he said that he would call earlier, and he did. And there he is.
Yay!
And just so you do know, Dan, on my end, you're unmuted, just so you know. Just in case you, shout out some kind of obscenity or something. We would...
I would never do such a thing.
Of course you wouldn't.
Yeah, sure.
One day I'm sure I heard somebody say, that bitch is crazy. And I don't know, but I thought it was Dan. I could have been wrong, but anyways, okay.
We'll blame Dan either way.
So Dan, do you want to help give a reading to Jay in Edmonton, Alberta, Canada?
Yeah.
It'd probably be a bad thing.
Well, that's good. Let's go get Jay. You know what? I remember, Bob used to just do these. He used to call them, what were they? Faux sure readings. FAUX, like faux sure readings instead of for sure readings. Faux. F-A-U-X, like fake. Fake, sure readings. And so when you do fake, remember like how always happens to me, Dan, like I'm just all like, everybody's all, oh, you're, I'm like, no, like somebody's got a, just got off the phone with their Auntie Shirley, and I just like throw that out there, and surely to God somebody like goes, I just got off the phone with my sister Shirley, or some crazy thing like that. You know what I mean? And so just say whatever's on your. You're probably the most psychic guy here, Dan. Right, Kimber?
Yes, I tell him that. He is. He's very psychic and intuitive. He's very good, and he needs to join me in doing.
Just pretend like you have Tourette's or something and just spit out whatever is on your mind. You know what I mean? Like, just spit it. Just like don't filter. Like take the filter out. Take the filter away. And anyway, let's go to Jay. Let's find out Jay. How's Jade in Edmonton, Alberta, Canada? Hello, Jay.
Hey, Chris, how's it going?
Oh, it's going. How's it going?
Oh, pretty good. Looking forward to this week. Looking forward to this. It's going to be an exciting week.
Why? What's happening?
Oh, well, the midterms. I'm really excited about that.
Oh, my God. I'm dreading it in a way. You know what I mean? I'm dreading it. And so I like Wednesday to be here. And there's, and just have it be done. Because I've had about as much of it as I can stand already, and if it goes bad, oh my God, it's just going to be so bad.
I think
anyway,
if it goes bad, it would be the Democrats going bad. It's going to be great for it's going to be a red wave. It's going to be great. It's going to be great.
You got to be saying that just to push my buttons, Jay.
No, I'm not. I'm actually not, because I just see what's going on. I mean, if you see what the globalists are actually doing, if you have to actually know what the globalists actually have in store for you, and that is to to keep you dumbed down and in control, in their control, and actually to kill you, basically. And if you have that idea in mind, you'll see what's actually happening around it, what's actually the water that we drink and all this other stuff. So I think actually this midterms is going to be really showing itself, and all the lies that were happening in the Kavanaugh hearing, they're all lies. There's actually a video of this lady who actually does body language reading, and actually when Barack Obama was actually in Georgia giving a speech, he was like scared shitless. It showed that he was like not doing so well on the trail. So it should be interesting. Anyway, it should be an interesting midterms, and
you know what the thing is though, is that generally when you see something like that, in my opinion, you need to first, when I see something like that, I first consider, where am I seeing this? You know what I mean? And so I would expect to be, because that's not anything like what I'm seeing. You know what I mean? And so we understand. I remember when I was a kid and they were teaching us in school about how those communists they give propaganda to their own people, and it's like, hello? And nobody in North America is having that happen, right? And so to me, it's like if you watch Fox News or something, and you watch like CNN or one of these other ones, then you're going to see two completely different things, and you have to go with and one of them is maybe the way it is. You know what I mean? And so I don't know. I just think that, to me, the way that Trump is and treats people, and the way he hugs with the terrorists and the dictators, and is rejecting all of the best allies that the United States has had all of these years, like that scares me, you know? And like, he is so racist, and so anybody that kind of is looking forward to, he's trying to stop, like they, the Republicans, are all over the country trying to stop, for example, Indian people from voting, like Native Americans. They're making it as hard as they can. And like, to me, how, you know what, like, let everybody vote, and however it falls, it falls. But you can't be playing these games with the zoning of the districts, and then on top of it, impose rules that will be heavily slanted to deter and prevent minority groups from being able to cast their votes. And so, anyway, and that's not why you called. And so we'll see what happens. And God, the survival of the world depends on it. So go ahead. I shut up. Kimber and Jay have the floor.
Yeah, no, that was very interesting. Definitely. And yeah, anything I can help you with, Jay? Any questions?
Yeah, no problem. Hey, I asked you before, where did you move to? Did you move from Arizona to somewhere, or you moved somewhere else, or what? Down the street?
No, actually I moved north quite a ways, and I'm in Minnesota.
Wow, that is far away. Wow.
Yeah, yep, Midwest. Yeah, I'm not region. I'm a Midwest girl, and never even been to Arizona, so I'm not down south. And I'm always going north, so I'm closer to Canada, closer to Chris. But yeah, it's been a big job moving and going through so much, and selling one place, buying another, and. I love it. Northern Minnesota is beautiful. Animals, and yeah, it's really, really nice. A lot of work though, but I gave myself till the end of the year plenty of time, a few months to do it all. So it's been quite a bit of stuff though. You find out just how many things you have and how much to go through and give a lot away and donate things and go through and let go of things, and there's so many memories and just so much stuff you forget about, and as Chris was saying, things multiply, have babies. So yeah, it's been a job, but I love it though. So I'm happy. New changes, ready for a lot of things. So it's up for now. Eventually, I probably will move out of state though. So you're right in picking that up. But for now, I'm staying in this one for a while.
Great. Yeah, it should be good. Should be good, better air, and just have to enjoy the season changes now.
It's flying by though. Fall just was like very, very short, and already getting into winter. I can't believe it's November, but it's going by quick.
Oh yeah, definitely almost end of the year. So
yeah, for sure. So, but yeah, I love changes, so I'm ready. It's been a long time coming, so. So what about you? How have you been? It was so great to talk to you last time. I wanted to thank you so much for, before we had such a great conversation, you joined in the show. It was so wonderful to have all that time with you, and it was very fun and informative, and you're always awesome to talk to. So.
Oh, thank you much. It's very good to talk to you too.
I'm so happy.
My Lord.
He's great though. That's my song, and crickets are my spirit animal.
Yeah, crickets are your spirit animal. I determined by Chris at Curious Times. So what do you have a question or something for Kimber?
Sure. Just I'm obviously I'm getting close to finishing my grief classes. So my inspiration now still is to write some poems. So how would about grief? So I just wondered how would I ask Spirit to help me with those poems?
Great. I definitely feel they will help you, and you will get so many messages in dreams and also in channeling. I don't know if you're familiar, if you've done that, or I think that you will do very well with that. Take and get a notebook and a special pen or pencil, whichever you prefer, and start channeling your thoughts and asking Spirit, give me what you have. And because I right away get writing with you, and I get beautiful poems and very inspirational, spiritual messages, helping others, getting through so much, and giving what you've been through. So teaching and learning and all of the experience that you have gone through, you're going to help others with what you put together. And so your poems are going to come to you, and your writing, because I also feel a book of poems and also some inspirational writing in there as well, and artwork too. I see you doing some of that in this. Very beautiful, very creative. You have so many talents. So I see you putting many different talents into it. Now, as for you work very well with spirit, you get a lot of messages. Just be free, open, clear. Try not to be distracted. A lot of times we get distracted with so many thoughts, so many, messages coming in at once. So try to pick through and write. Take notes. A lot of times it's good to have even Post-its or notes or a journal, both when you wake up from dreams, but also to even carry around a little notebook in your pocket to jot down some quick thoughts. I see you even doing it on napkins, like being at a place and quick grabbing a napkin and writing down a few words, a few thoughts, whatever comes to you, and then putting it all together in like a puzzle form, and different pieces, and even having a table that you set the different things out and you put it all together. And don't worry and focus on, do I got to get it all right? Do I got to get it all together right now? Do I need, it in a certain order? Just take the bits and pieces that come to you and put it all together. And Spirit will give you what's needed at times. Even animal spirits as well, because you are an animal communicator and you work very well with them. So you'll get messages, many messages, and different signs and different things. Even I'm seeing like billboards and different things on the computer and different thoughts or phrases or pieces that you kind of jot down and put together. And you put all this stuff together and you make it your own, and you write very beautiful poems and inspirational, helpful, helping others to go through the process. A lot of times the things that are the most painful and the hardest and what we learn. No, that's okay. And what we've learned from is a lot of times the most difficult times, but it helps others, and there's always a point to it and there's a reason. And when you can put it all together and help others from what the experience and the difficulties and what you learned to go through the process, the grieving process, and what helped you and how you did it and kind of your own way, and it's going to help so many others. So I see you asking in spirit, lighting candles, sitting at an altar, communicating with them, also waking up from dreams, jotting down notes, and even so much as I see you like doing like clearing baths and stuff like that, but even there, writing, having a notebook next to you or by you, and even a tape recorder would be helpful, where when you have these thoughts and you don't have time or you can't quick write them down, it's good to then put it in little messages like dictation and then go back and later get that, because a lot of times the really good creative stuff will come really quick, or we'll get many things, and if you can do that instead of trying to recall it later or having, as I said, a lot of times it's distractions from everything going on or being in a busy place or being around many people. So if you have a way to quick jot your thoughts down, and because you're very good at channeling, and the more you channel both spirit messages and also things that you get and that come in, it's going to help, because sometimes it gets overwhelming and it gets to be too much and it gets to be hard to remember, or you get so many messages or so many thoughts. So if you, I do it a lot of times, and I'll write down, may it be a few words or a phrase or a whole sentence or paragraphs. It can vary, but at times you get so much, and then it helps to come back and look at it, because it can be too hard to remember it all or recall it all, or it's very important things. And even if it doesn't seem to fit in at the time, it will later. So, yeah, you're going to create some just beautiful, amazing stuff. I see working on a book of poems, pictures, drawings, and even I see like a calendar. I don't know if you've thought of that, or if you've felt the need to do like an inspirational calendar where each month you do a beautiful message and a drawing or a creation or a artwork or something that you, but a beautiful poem, message, and then a book on grief and how to handle it, how to go through it. And you have so much, such a beautiful heart and such a amazing spirit. You have so much to share and to give, and so much inside you, and you're very good at writing, and it just flows. So go with the flow, because I see a river.
Yeah, I was going to say that it's interesting you say this, because I was about a couple of weeks ago. I was actually at I was actually talking to a friend about grief, and we went to the Day of the Dead yesterday. It was a really cool experience at it's called the Mutarts Conservatory, and they had a Day of the Dead altar there, which is really awesome. And before that, I actually went to a place called Red Deer, and they had a new life expo. What means is that they had a person that was giving like not speeches, but more of like she was doing actually free readings. She talked about mediumship, and what's really interesting is I don't know if you've done mediumship work, but it's really interesting when there's a crowd of people. There was about 40 people in the crowd, and what's interesting about it is that I felt this. I was at the front, and I could feel this cold air around me. And I thought it was like, like a fan going, or someone left the door open, but it wasn't. And then she held up her hand, and all the spirits backed off, and they give a message to that person that was there, because they're trying to hone on which message, because there's like all these spirits talking to her, and say, okay, well, this message is for you, and these are these signs. And then once that person was finished, they come back again, and the cold air, it was there again. So it was quite interesting to feel that there. Yeah.
Yes. Yeah, so much energy, and you pick that up. And as sorry, I dropped my phone. I'm so sorry. But yeah, no, you pick that up. You pick up the energy. You pick up the spirit and the cold air, as you said. Also goosebumps. I see you getting like goosebumps and chills, and that feeling of someone touching you, or just that breeze. Cold spots, but also warm spots too. Yeah, you are very good with the mediumship and picking up spirits. So continue to work with that. That's good that you go out. I see you doing so much learning and so much education, and also teaching as well. You love to share what you learn, which is awesome. That is so good, because I feel we're always learning, and it's great to share and to help others. So, and I see you doing that so much. The place that you were at was just so much beautiful energy, both spirit and people as well. I get it. You just had such a great time, and just really made you happy very good to get out there and to do these things and to go to these places and these holistic events. I see you doing a lot of that through the holidays and even into next year too. Some courses, some education, also some teaching too. You're going to be doing some teaching of courses and classes next year too.
Some people want me to do a drumming class, like for person, private people, or I don't know. We'll see how that goes. So
perfect. Yes, because I do. That's what I was just picking up was drumming and music. I see you actually doing it and doing the beautiful drumming and I see like a beautiful leather skin drum, just amazing. Wow, it is so beautiful. And what you do is you have so much talent. So music is very healing for you, not only to do, but also it's healing for others when you do it. So it is something very, very special, and you have a amazing, beautiful, unique talent at that. Very creative. I see you creating not only the music itself, but also creating a drum yourself too. Eventually, either you're working on one now or you're going to create this beautiful, beautiful one for yourself to help to heal and to heal others with it. So, yeah, you have many, many talents, Jay. You are very amazing at what you do, and your mediumship skills are just on fire right now. I get you just doing an amazing, amazing job with it, and next year you're just going to be like, I see like fireworks and just sparks everywhere, really opening up your communication with them and your messages. And are you working on self-employment? Because I keep seeing self-employment or a business or a adventure or venture. It feels like both.
No, not right now. So I'm still employed with the same company right now.
Okay, because next year it feels that you're gonna still be having your regular source, but it feels that you're going to be doing this amazing adventure, this self-employment. It feels more part-time, but something that will eventually work into more of a full-time thing. But it just feels something that because so many people are going to be asking for your services because of word of mouth, and you do such a great job. So they're going to be asking you. So it feels like something that you're going to create. I'm being shown that it is something that you're, because of such a demand, because you're very good at what you do. So people ask, and you just kind of put together and go, okay, I'm going to do a little teaching, I'm going to do some services, and it almost is like you get practically forced into creating this own little business of yours because so many people want your help and want you to share all your talents and what you do. And also your poems and all that is going to be part of it. There's going to be many different things that you do for this, and it's going to be some extra income, some money, so finances are going to be better for next year too as well.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, interesting. Yeah, it's been a long 3 months with the grief stuff. So some of the stories I'm feeling and watching. I belong to a grief group, and it's really interesting. It's really touching listening to reading these stories that people have told about their loved ones passing on. So.
Yeah. feels like a lot of sharing, a lot of learning, a lot of helping each other, and finding different ways. And from you listening and helping others through it, you create this beautiful book and this way of expressing and helping others to find their ways of dealing with it, because it can be an individual, but yet people can take others' experiences, and you kind of put all these helpful different tips and different things that people can do in different ways that you have learned from things that people have shared with you. And so you're going to help so many by your writings and your journalings and these beautiful poems that you create and drawings and painting. Have you been doing painting? Because I see you doing paintings too.
Not lately, but I'll explore that maybe after the new year. Just because, I don't know, not want to keep busy, but just explore that. I haven't painted before.
Yeah, because you should, because you're going to be very good at it. I see you doing some amazing paintings and beautiful artwork, and both the drawings and sketching, but paintings and even some etching as well eventually. So especially next year, a lot of your creative side. And because artwork and both the actual art, but also the poems, all of that is very therapeutic for you too. And it's a way of getting out a lot of what you have inside, both feelings and expressions and emotions and from everything from grief to happiness to everything. It's a way, and we all have our different ways, but art and writing and a lot of that is like a form of your meditation, because it's hard for you to sit still and actually do different kinds of meditation. So many people choose artwork and creating different things like that, and you're very good at that. And that is also very healing and very, very good meditation for you, and it helps others as well, because you're all about that theme of helping others and teaching and giving back and paying it forward and passing on what you've learned, because you learn from many, and so you just feel that need and that obligation to do that. So that's so wonderful that you do. But yeah, it's very therapeutic. So as you help and heal others, you heal yourself too. So that's why you feel that need, and you feel very drawn to doing that. And it feels very calming and loving and helpful and peace. It brings you a lot of peace and joy and happiness, especially when you know that what you do helps others. Because you have that justice theme, and you also have the helping others theme, and the medicine. The music is medicine, and also holistic and herbal, and I see you just putting together so many different things, and then you create all this beautiful stuff and you make it your own, and then you create all these wonderful writings to share that knowledge and to leave that and to give that to others. And that's, I give you so much credit, because that's very hard to do, to put a lot of it into writing, and it takes a lot of special talent and a lot of time and a lot of clear thinking and being able to do that. So it's a legacy. It's something that when people put their thoughts and their help and their knowledge and wisdom and experience into journals or different artwork, and it's amazing the beauty and how much it leaves behind. It's something that's always here, and it's a great gift, and it's wonderful that you share so many different gifts and talents. So I appreciate it. I'm so grateful for you. You're an amazing, sweet soul.
Yeah, thank you. You know what I say is that I belong to some grief groups right now. I just wondered, I got some people that I know that I'm contacting with those grief groups. I just wonder, I think it's will I make new friends with the people I've in the grief groups that I'm in right now. I know that I'm in 3 of them right now. So, yeah, just wondered.
Just go ahead.
Yeah, I just wondered if I'm, will they continue after I'm finished the grief workshops?
Yes, you are going to make amazing friends and connections and people that you help not only teach each other but share experiences and mentors. Both you are and they are for you as well. It's amazing how much we're always learning and how much we can learn from each other and help each other and support each other. And I see you creating long-term relationships. Some are going to be ones that, may come and go, but there's going to be ones that are going to be very long-term and lifelong and very meaningful and even some mentors out of it. So keep getting out there and be very social and especially through the holidays and into next year, you're going to meet some amazing people, wonderful teachers that not only do they teach you, but you teach them and that you share and you help each other. So yeah, you're these groups, these amazing groups. 3, I do see you even joining. There's going to be a 4th one somewhere along the line. It feels by the holidays you're going to work your way into another one as well, and it very supportive, very loving, very caring, wonderful groups. And it is amazing how much you all help and how there's so many there that really, truly need this. It's so much in their life.
Yeah, it's interesting you say that because, grief or death, we don't talk. I actually went to a death cafe Thursday. That was pretty cool. We didn't talk about, we just talked about death in general, but not grief, so which is way different thing. It's just we don't share a lot of our experiences with people that passed on, but just talk about death in general. Good conversation, but it wasn't really intimate because it was a coffee shop. So, but it wasn't at Tim Hortons anyway. Everyone knew what Tim Hortons was or is, but it wasn't. Yeah, I think I was talking to some people today regarding. Once you get used to the people in the group and they show up once in a while, or not once in a while, on a consistent basis, that we can share our experiences because we feel safe and we feel it's okay to be vulnerable. So, yeah, it's kind of interesting that some of these groups that I'm in right now, it still just feels like they're just there for a little time, and that's it. They haven't really shared their vulnerabilities, but I think there are people still on their own path of grieving. So it's been quite the experience. I got another 2 weeks of yoga, and then it's another class till end of November. Then December I got one till the 8th. So yeah, that'd be it.
Yeah, as you said, it is very wonderful groups, a lot of like-minded people, very open, very caring. People are very supportive, and it's a good place for many to come who really, truly, truly need this outlet, this place of people that understand and that have went through and not only support but also understand and can help and can deal with it, and someone to talk to and feel, as you said, not vulnerable, not judge, able to just open up and be able to talk and freely about what they need to and what's going to really help them, and everyone's very caring and supportive. I also get some are there to deal with suicide and different things that are extremely hard, and so
Those are hard. I mean, what I in the groups I've been in, they're They're
Yeah.
also like, it's like suicide is almost like its own group. It's a very, like, grief is, I always say that grief is not like a common experiences for everybody or anyone, because grief is unique to the individual. Okay.
Yeah.
And so when it comes to suicide, it's a unique group because it's just so much stuff that was going on in there. The tangled web of emotions and circumstances around it. So it's way, way different.
It is.
Way different.
And yes, and exactly. And you pick up, especially being how you are, very intuitive, very psychic, very a strong empath. So you pick up that, and and you're very supportive and very healing and helpful. And as you said, it is very different situations. May it be an older parent or a loved one or a suicide or a young child or a baby, or it all can vary and can be very individual as to what the need is, but the groups are very supportive, and so whatever everyone is seeking out, people are very good at supporting, and especially you. So I get you being a very strong leader, a very strong supportive person, very caring and helpful. So you're perfect for these groups. So as much as you go there for yourself, you're also there for others, even more so. What you go there to get is wonderful and extremely helpful, but what you go there and what you give, just know that what a difference it makes and how important it is, and how you help so many people. And I feel especially there's some in very tragic and hard, difficult situations that really look at you as a very supportive and very helpful and very inspirational person, and very healing, because you're one who, even just being around, both physically and emotionally and even distance, you're very healing. You have this amazing energy and quality to you, and so you pass that around. So when people are around you, they feel good, and Spirit helps you with that. And it's also just something how you always have been, and you're a very wise old soul. I get old soul with you, and very lessons learned, and very a strong teacher, and that you've been through a lot of painful and difficult things in your life, and very hard things, but it's all been lessons learned that now, and that you help others, and that you kind of went through these certain things. A lot of times we are kind of basically signed up for going through this stuff, but what it does is teach us and make us strong, so that then we can help others. And so know that you make a difference, and that what you do helps so many, from everything from your artwork to your writings to your music to your teachings, to just getting out there and being around people. And next year I see you doing a lot of social activities, and getting almost talked into creating this amazing business, because you are just so needed, and your services are so wanted and so helpful. So don't be surprised if so many people start asking you, hey, do you have cards? Do you have a business? What do you do? Can you help me? And I want to recommend you to friends, because you're very good at it. So next year you might want to maybe look into, because I know you're very busy right now, and especially through the end of the year, but into some kind of even part-time start out self-employment. But yeah, because you just have so much to share. So it feels feels so beautiful, what you do.
Thank you very much. Thank you much. It's quite the time that we live in right now. So as you know.
Yeah. Yeah. And so you're needed. You're.
Or you too.
Oh, well, thank you. That's so great because it makes a difference, and it's very special and very beautiful what you do. So, and you have so many talents, Jay. I always love when you call in. I love talking to you and enjoy very much everything that you share and your beautiful, beautiful, amazing energy and sweetheart. So it's always a pleasure. Definitely. And do you have anything else? Because I just feel so many questions and just so much just amazing, beautiful stuff for you. So
just meeting friends. I don't know, just gathering that up again because your friends kind of like move on. So it's quite lonely, like talking or getting people to get out and just talk about things, right? So, and for me, I guess we'll see. I just get to get myself out there and joining some different potlucks and meetups, which is really awesome. But it's an interesting time for myself in terms of relating, actually.
Yeah. I do see you socializing, especially through the holidays, and I keep getting book club. Have you thought about a book club or joining one or looking into one?
I took a poetry during the August, but I didn't do anything else with it. So
maybe check into that because I keep seeing book club for you and meeting some amazing people at one and also sharing. And then eventually when you create this beautiful, amazing book that you're going to be having that and having like how they have art shows, which I do feel eventually you're going to do as well with some of your artwork. But I do feel like a book opening or a book at a bookstore, and actually more than one, but like going there and signing books and of this amazing poetry and writings and thoughts and creations and some of your artwork and putting all this different stuff into it. But I see you like signing them and talking to people and teaching like class and going from libraries and book clubs and different things like that, and helping through especially like the grief process and grief and healing and holistic and different ways, and kind of your take on what you've learned and what you can share. And so book clubs and social events, some holiday things, I see like come Christmas choir stuff and music and drums and even it feels like, I want to say like powwows, but it feels like ceremonies. Some beautiful, beautiful places that you meet some amazing people, both music and writing, a lot of like-minded and open-minded and spiritual and holistic, some very creative, wonderful people, and you're going to meet some amazing connections, make a lot of new friends and mentors and also teachers. So a lot of connections throughout the end of this year and through next year. So yes, I see you meeting a lot of amazing creative people. And also a connection, I get like a flame romance. I don't know if you're looking for it or not, but it feels like next year you're going to find a romance, a partner, a connection, someone to be close with and just share all this amazing, beautiful love and this heart that you have. So I do feel there's going to be an amazing partner coming up for you next year. Yeah. Yay.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Yes.
Yeah, I know for the question, it's almost like when you get a reading from you, it's almost like a storytelling in a way. It seems like you have a different way of doing it than most readers do.
Well, yeah,
No comment.
I get so much coming through, and that's why I always say, so if you have questions or thoughts, but yeah, I kind of have a unique style, a unique way, especially if people just say, go with it, you know. But yeah, I get so many different things with you, so yeah, and you always know you can get a hold of me too, and I would love to help you and you know, give you readings anytime, always, and just help you. And energy exchange, beautiful. We can help each other. So
sure. Definitely we can.
Yeah, definitely. I love talking to you. You always are just so amazing, and you've shared some beautiful poetry and artwork, and you're very creative. So I always enjoy reading for you and talking to you and learning and helping in any way possible. So yeah, and as I said, a lot of times I just kind of go with it and with what I'm getting, and I get so much with you. So yeah, a lot of times I'll just go on and on. But any questions, any things like that, just definitely ask me or stop me, or because sometimes I'll just go and go. But yeah.
Okay. Thank you so much. It was great always talking to you. So, thank you much for the experience.
Thank you. Thank you, Jay.
Thanks for your time, and we'll talk to you soon. So,
yeah,
before that time too. So, enjoy your new home in Minnesota. So,
thank you.
My mic is not working. Can you guys hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Yeah. Oh, okay. It's like my mic on the. Maybe I'm locked. Okay, my page is locked. I can't mute you. But thanks, Jay. My page is frozen here, so.
No, I'll leave my phone. So.
Yeah, just hit one. If you just hit one, it'll put you on mute as well.
Okay.
So thanks, man. Take it easy.
Yeah.
Thanks, Kimberly.
Thank you. Keep me informed. I always love hearing from you. Thank you so much, Jay.
You're welcome. Take care.
All right, take it easy, mister. Okay, let's do a song. I don't see anyone else in the queue, so I'm gonna toss on a song, and then we'll see where we go from there. Okay, Kimber?
Sure. Thank you.
Here. have anybody else in queue. So I know Kimbers could probably use either the rest or another extra half hour to box up some stuff. So why don't we call it a night, Kimber?
Sure.
Awesome.
Well, thank you so much.
No, thank you. Don't hurt yourself doing all that work.
What was that? I'm sorry.
I said don't hurt yourself doing all that packing work and everything.
Oh, yeah, no doubt. I know, I've just been exhausted.
Yeah. Okay, well, so we're back, you guys, tomorrow night with Hillary Black, and so we'll see you guys then. Thank you guys thanks, Jay, for calling in. Nice to see you, Robert Sharp. You guys can check out Robert's show, Bite Radio Meet on Blog Talk Radio. And he always, I haven't checked in a while, but he always has good stuff going on there. Like learning, lots of learning stuff going on there. So,
Great.
So yeah. So okay, so that's it, guys. We're out of here, and we'll see you tomorrow night. Thanks, guys. What? Okay, I see what my problem is. I can't even end the darn show because my page is frozen. So I'm trying to refresh it and and see what I can do. See what I can do here. It's all frozen up. Craziness. And let's see if this gets me where I need to go. Anytime soon, like today. Hillary Black is here tomorrow. Okay, there we go. All right, guys, we're out of here. Thanks so much. Take it easy, Kimber, and we'll talk to you soon, okay?
Thank you. You too.
All right. Peace out.